Hey everybody, my name is Andrea Lyons and I am the CEO of All About Presentation, which is an event management company based here in Richmond, Virginia, but we do events all over the country. And so one of the things we get to do, and the reason why we're recording this video, is because we wanted to capture sort of our behind the scenes for our summer internship experience, where we take college students from all different schools and we allow them to come into our home, as it were, to coach them, to train them. A lot of them want to be event planners, some of them don't, some of them just want to see if they want to be an event planner, and we get to teach them, all of what we know. And part of the experience is they get to come on Wednesdays and ask me, and then I usually get someone from the production team. They get to ask us questions about anything, really, from life to career to anything. What happens when we die? Why is dating so difficult? Whatever they come up with. I typically don't know the questions beforehand, so sometimes I get stumped, which happens. But I don't really have a real need to know what the answers are. The whole point is just to facilitate great conversation and have an opportunity just to share thoughts and perspectives on anything, really. So that's kind of part of the experience, is to help grow them and grow their mind, and then we in turn, I learn a lot from these. I have a really good time with them. So joining me is Kate. She is a production assistant here, and then we have Emily and Joe and Jess, and they're a part of our summer internship experience. So they're going to ask me questions. We're going to set the timer for 5 minutes, and whose turn is it?
I will go.
Okay.
So right now, we're interns, and so we've had a little bit of experience with interviewing and internship interviews, but we're also gearing up for kind of the real world, kind of real life jobs, and probably also I know I'll be doing at least one more internship. So I'm curious, do you think there's a difference between interviewing for an internship versus a first year job, something like that? Do you have any tips for that?
Okay, the difference between the two. No. I think what changes, right? I mean, I don't like that short answer. No difference. Because it is the most professional you can be. We talked in one of our other workshops about, doing your level best, right? And so I think as the interviewer, right, the person who's doing that question asking, I think they change the expectation for what answers they would expect from somebody who's 20, 21, 22 versus someone who's 41 or 42 who has, 20 more years work experience, So I think they change the expectation, but for the actual interview, and as you coming in as the person being interviewee, it is still, number one, be the most professional you can be. And I don't think that changes no matter how many years of experience that you have. And that's going to be at your level, right? So you do your level best. I don't think they expect for you to have, the same answers as someone who has 20 years of work experience. So I think in that way you can kind of give yourself a break and go, okay, my answers are not going to sound like I have tons of work experience, but I think anybody who's interviewing you already knows that. So I don't think you need to worry about the pressure of, is it different for a first-time job or what have you. What you do have when you do have an internship is you do have some experience to point to. So when you do have an interview for your real job or your full-time gig that you're going to get out of school, you do want to point to your other work experience. So you do want to point to, well, in my internship I was able to X, Y, and Z. Or I had an opportunity to learn about whatever systems or whatever tools or whatever during my internship. So it gives you something to point to more than anything. But in terms of preparation for it, if I were to do an interview right now, I think the interviewer would expect different answers from me than you, but rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. But we still would both have to, be prepared, So what the preparation doesn't particularly change. It does a little bit. I mean, the more experience you have, the more prepared you should be. But you still need to be extraordinarily prepared on either side, right? Now, for some people that may be different. Maybe they feel like interns are, expendable resources or whatever, and I just don't feel that way. I think you have, more value than that, and I don't want you here counting paper clips, so I don't interview for can this person walk and chew gum. That's not my standard for interviewing. I think you guys have sat through our interview process, and so you know that the questions are a little bit more challenging, force you to think about things, and so that would be the answer I'd give you. So the short answer is no, it's no different. You be prepared. That's the answer. Be the best prepared you can be. Anticipate the questions. What do you think they're going to ask? And if so, how do you script an authentic answer for them? Great question.